According to the TSB, Island Lady likely sank quickly and without warning. This is from the CBC, and it was posted in June of 2022. Unable to examine a vessel that cannot be found, the Transportation Safety Board of Canada said it cannot say what happened to the small fishing vessel that disappeared off the southern coast of Labrador. Mark Russell and Joey Jenkins of Mary's Harbor were last seen on September the 17th aboard the Island Lady, which fished out of Mary's Harbor. The pair had headed out to fish for cod. The TSB's investigation into the occurrence could not determine, with certainty, the cause of the disappearance of the Island Lady. It is likely the vessel sank and that both crew members entered the water unexpectedly. The board noted that the Island Lady did not have any operable distress alerting devices. No distress call was received, which resulted in a delay in the search and rescue efforts being initiated in a large search area, greatly reducing the crew's chances of survival. Family members told CBC News that they knew something had gone wrong early that evening. Dwight Russell, Mark Russell's father, said he became concerned when there was no activity on the messenger app they used. Something was telling me that something was wrong, so I called local fishermen to go up on the hill and have a look and see if they could see the boat from the community. A search for the next 10 days would cover more than 9,000 square nautical miles, but could not locate the Island Lady, a 8.5-meter vessel powered by 2 outboard motors. Dwight Russell said the report's findings are nothing new to the family. He said he hopes they can get to the bottom of what happened eventually and make changes for the future. One change that could be made right away is to require locator safety gear, he said. I think it's important that we have mandatory EPIRBs on these vessels and make it mandatory to register your DSC, or Digital Selective Calling, on your VHF, but sadly, that wasn't the circumstances. The report said that the DSC function on the VHF radio was not operable because it was not registered with Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada. Russell said the mandatory requirement would help. He was part of the Labrador Shrimp Company's board of directors, which decided to take the precaution of buying emergency beacons for its small boats. Russell also hopes to see Coast Guard search and rescue crafts stationed closer to or in the Labrador region, so they can respond quickly to overdue boats or situations where an accident has occurred. It's the responsibility of the government to make sure that we have good, adequate search and rescue services, and sometimes it takes a tragedy, an event that happened here, to bring it to a higher level. The TSB noted that while the Island Lady was registered with Fisheries Oceans in Canada to meet the harvesting licensing requirements, it was not registered with Transport Canada, something that is evidently common in the fishing industry. TSB's recent investigation into the sinking of the fishing vessel Sarah Ann identified that a large number of fishing vessels are operating in a similar manner, referring to the May 2020 sinking of a boat in the Placentia Bay. I watched both of these tragedies very closely, and for the Island Lady, at the time I thought that the Coast Guard gave up way too quick. That was just my opinion at the time, but it's 3 years later, almost 4 years later, and there still hasn't been anything found that I know of. There's been no debris or anything picked up. So whatever happened here, like the TSB said, it happened fast and without warning, which is very unfortunate. And as for the Sarah Ann, that's a small crab fishing boat that sank in Placentia Bay in Newfoundland the year before. All hands were lost on that one as well. Rest in peace to everyone who's lost their life to the ocean. I'm sure most of us watching this video know someone that the ocean has taken. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.